the audio was connected to the car, and for some reason the microphone in the truck is disabled, and I don't know how to fix it. I haven't really given it much thought. So, can you hear me now? We're about to find out. The Dirty Wizard's on the phone. He's still here. Look, he's right there. He's wearing the new MJB hat in black and red. So we are on the way to the airport, but I had to get on here because we need to announce the winner. Can you hear me now, Steve? We had an audio issue. I just want to make sure people can hear me. Okay, they can hear. This is good news. Okay. There will be a video of these fish that were caught, but due to time constraints, we're going to announce the weights live. We're taking Graham back to the airport right now. We're going to go have lunch at the Hooters in Springfield, and then to the Springfield Branson Airport. But like I said, we got to announce the winner of the guess the weight of the fish. Those two fish we caught a day before yesterday. Okay. Graham, you have the weights? What was the small one?
The small one, we're at 2 pounds, 9 ounces.
Okay, lean in here so they can see your face.
2 pounds, 9 ounces.
Okay, wait a minute. We could have some issues with audio and video for 1 second as we drive through this cliff band. My Sirius radio goes out every time, so I'll just wait. It only takes a few seconds, you guys, and we'll be going across the Lake Taneycomo, which is over there. Here you can see the cliff. One of these days it's gonna fall down and make a giant mess. But here we go. Okay, can you guys hear me real good? Because the second fish was quite a bit bigger. And I'll tell you, I lost a couple yesterday that were as big or bigger. The bite is fire right now. Okay, awesome. The second fish,
3 pounds, 11 ounces.
311. So that makes a grand total of 6'4"?
6'4".
6 pounds, 4 ounces.
Steve Clark.
Steve Clark guessed it right on the number, I believe. We got to verify that Steve Clark made his guess before midnight that night, but not really. I think he's the only one to guess it right on the number. So, yeah. Steve, this package of goodies is coming your way. I can't wait to send it to you. Congratulations on that nice guess. Now, like I said, we got a tournament coming up. I have a bunch of content that revolves around this topwater thing. I got a lot of questions in the last couple weeks on how I do it. You know, people all the time, I go out there all day and throw it and nothing happens. I am going to walk you through exactly how I do it, and you know what? Use it or lose it. You take what information and take little pieces of it and throw it into your repertoire. Maybe it'll help, maybe it won't. Maybe I just get lucky. They're congratulating Steve Clark, the winner. Can you see if they're... I don't really watch the screen, you guys, when I drive, so Graham's gonna pull it up. If you guys have any questions, he'll relay them to me.
Nothing yet.
They're congratulating. Oh, this guy right here. Oh, just stop the 18-wheeler in the street and unload it.
Jesus.
Shit. I guess it's Tuesday. See this guy right there? That 18-wheeler right there is just sitting there. There's a ramp out in the middle of the street. I guess Qdoba's out of food.
Qdoba.
So, Baby T's down the street right here. At Occupational Health. Baby T, on the last day of school, was playing kickball with her students and absolutely destroyed her hamstring. Went down. It was astonishing, to say the least. I got a phone call. I was at work that she was on her way to the ER. So she's over there trying to figure out what to do. She's teaching summer school for a few weeks, and that starts tomorrow, and she can barely move. So I don't know how this is going to work. I told her she should probably take the summer off and go to the lake house in New Jersey and just relax. But, you know, why Baby T is awesome is because she made a commitment and she's going to follow through. And, you know, she's tough. She's real tough. But at any rate, Steve Clark, that was a great win. Great guess. It's fantastic. I can't wait to do more of these again. The Topwater bite's coming on. Here, read this.
How much is the average regular gas price in your area?
Average regular gas price in my area right now is around $3.15. You know, and if you have those gas apps, you can save money here and there. I go to a place called Macadoodles. It is where they always have Yingling, just in case I need some. But I use their Shell gas station app thing. It's through Hy-Vee Foods. A bunch of money off. But like last time I filled up my boat, I got 35 cents off for 20 gallons. And it brought the price down. At that time, gas was $2.99, so 35 cents off of that. Gas dipped down to $2.99 here a couple weeks ago, and then yeah, $3 would be a dream, they said.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is. Can you hear? Am I live?
Yeah.
All right, we're going in the hills on 65 right now, and it, my bad. And we're also at the mercy of this windshield. It gets hot, the phone might shut off. We're good right now. We got some interesting cloud cover happening right now. I mean, if we could get some cold air to move in, we could have some excitement. Somebody just said something.
304, cheapest in my town.
Yeah, 304 is good. I mean, that's pretty similar. That's about what I'm paying with discounts normally. When the gas is over 3. What does that say?
For Topwater, nothing beats a Spook Junior. It's my go-to bait for Topwater.
This is true. I believe Jonathan Gantz said this, right? He recently caught his personal best, I believe, on a spook in Lake Roosevelt, if I remember correctly. We're in another dip. We're going back up.
We're dipping.
This is where you would get off to go to my work if you were on the freeway.
Yeah.
And go that way. This is called the high road. What does that say?
Vixen.
A vixen?
He said, yes, that's right. And then Vixen. Ghost Spook 747.
That's mine.
Uh-oh.
We changed the name, Jonathan,
The Walker.
due to copyright potential problems. It is now called the Ghost Walker. We're seeing how that fits. It's a beta test, but Ghost Walker. And then subsequently, all the other baits by Shanka Lures would be something Walker. And I mean, there's a bunch. You guys, that if you're paying attention right now, I don't know, what did that say?
Sounds good to me.
So I got a box of, I think 10 to 12 different Spook Juniors, and I'm going to do like a tournament bracket. And what's going to happen is I'm going to ask 10 to 12 people to send me $12 each, and we're going to do a draft to pick your spook. Okay, this is all going to be live. And what's going to happen is you'll go into a bracket, and every night after work, I'm going to go out and fish for 1 hour with each spook. So one night will be a 2 spook deal. So I'll go out and I'll fish with one for an hour, and I'll fish with the other one for an hour. Whichever one catches the most weight moves on to the next bracket. You see how this works? The loser of the bracket will receive the spook that I used. If it gets lost for some reason or broke off, Steve said he'd make a new one, and we'll send that to you. So that's the deal. And like I said, it's going to be just a small number of people. Basically what I'll do, and do it right now, but I'll just, when it's go time, I'm going to do the first 12 people that send me their email address, and the $12 through like Venmo or however you do that, without fees. I don't want to do fees. Fees suck. However you do that. But then we do the bracket. I think it'd be neat. And then at the end of this, the winner is going to win a $50 gift card to your choice, whether it be Bass Pro, Shields, Academy Sports, Dick's, whatever's in your area that you like. It'll be a $50 gift card and the spook that wins the grand finale of this little tournament bracket series. And we're going to see how this goes, and maybe in the future we'll do it with other lures, jigs, spinner baits. But if you guys are interested, let me know. If you're not, don't give me a thumbs down. That would suck. There's no reason for these thumbs downs when I give stuff away. People get upset. Like, I get thumbs downs. Like, I gave this away for free for just guessing something, and someone will give me a thumbs down.
So James says 8 pounds 12 ounces on a frog is my biggest bass topwater, but 11.4 is his PB.
This is amazing, James.
Wow.
I've never gotten anywhere close to that with a bass. I did catch my personal best white bass last week. I have a video of that made, but I don't. Maybe I will put it out. I can put that out today. In between this and the tournament video, but I made this before the tournament. But I caught my PB white bass, and I had a real good stretch, about a quarter-mile stretch of land where I caught like some nice fish. But no, James, I'm jealous of this 8-pound business. I've lost some big ones. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not capable of landing a big bass. I don't know. I can land a giant drum, no problem. 13-pound drum on a Ned rig, no problem. Or carp. I caught one carp in Bull Shoals. It was 13 pounds too. That was kind of fun, but I'd rather not. Anybody?
So he said he's got 4 double digits, but he's in Texas. All from his home lake, Ray Roberts.
Ray Roberts is a main, like, that is a massive bass lake in that area. You got Sam Rayburn over there, Texoma. I really want to go to this Lake Fork. I do feel that I'm fairly accomplished at this topwater game, and Lake Fork is one of the places where you can make hay there if you know what to do. You can also destroy your boat there, from what I'm told. You got to really be careful if you've never been there. So, yeah, I would love to go down to Texas and fish. I wish this Lake O.H. Ivy wasn't 10 hours away. If it was in Dallas, I'd have already been there, but so would everybody else. I mean, that lake's getting pounded.
Lots of stumps.
Yeah, that's what I'm told. So, you know, but I'm cool with that. I'm cool with just trolling, putting the trolling motor on and just going through stuff like that and trying to pick it apart. But I'm sure it's a huge lake and you can be in an area that should hold fish and there's none. My lake is very much like this. You can fish in one cove and there be nothing, and go literally 100 feet down the lake in another cove and it's loaded. Why this happens, I don't know. It's the exact same thing, structure, fresh water coming in. There's no reason, rhyme or reason for why they favor that one over that one. But it happens. Oh, there's a long, somebody wrote a long thing.
Hold on. I'm kidding. Lost his 11-4 next to the boat. Grabbed her and caught her the next day on the same bait in the same spot. She straightened my hooks. And his parents had a lake lot in Fork in the 80s.
I had this happen. That 311 fish. Was it the 311 one? Where I threw it out
that
there?
was it. Yep.
Okay, the 311, the fish that, in this giveaway. We were coming down this muddy bank. In no way, shape, or form did I think I was going to find a fish on this bank. I was just basically kind of cruising to get around this point. Very shallow, gradual sloping point. Nothing around. No rocks, no sticks, no nothing. I cast in there to 0 feet of water and bring it back and get a massive explosion. The Dirty Wizard encourages me to throw it back in there.
Toss it back.
And I did. And damn, he destroyed it.
He did.
And then he hit it again. He missed it the first time, and I was using the big one. I'm going to use anytime I have low light conditions and I have ripple on the water, I am going big. That third hook really maximizes the potential to keep that fish pegged. So Spook Junior in quiet targeted areas is 100% my go-to. But if I'm being honest, I have switched over to the big one in about 80% of the applications I used to throw the Junior. But anyway, yeah, that fish hit it hard. I also lost 2 giants last night that I'm not going to talk about until after the tournament on Sunday. There's video of it. It was dark, getting dark. We'll see how good that turns out. The GoPros are pretty good about lightening things. But, yeah, one was on a Texas rigged, the long Slim Shake Guggen worm that's green pumpkin. And the other one, of course, was on topwater. And it absolutely devastated it. And I let it be. I didn't go back after them. So I'm hoping that these fish stage back to where they were for a couple days, and I'll revisit them on Sunday. But I have been all over the lake the last couple weeks, and I now have a pretty good game plan for the tournament Sunday. I'm going to I have right now about 12 spots that I'm basically going to run and gun. I'm going to go there, I'm going to fish certain sections of them, hoping to pick off a 3 or a 4. As soon as that happens, I'm gone. I'm going to the next one. And these spots are like 30 miles. Like my stretch of lake is 30 miles between all of these spots. So they're not all next to each other. I got them spread out in a way that if somebody's on one, I can go to another one. It's kind of the game you have to play. on these huge lakes that have tournaments all the time. What was this question? Sam Rayburn something.
So you got a few. It said, if you want to go to Fork, lots of lily pad beds, great
Ooh.
frog action.
I love this idea.
That was Stephen Smith.
Uh-huh.
Then James says, Fork is in the same lake as it was in the 80s. O.H. Ivy, I don't know if that means Ohio. O.H.
No, it's a
Ivy
lake in West Texas.
is the king now.
Yeah, if you want to go fight with 1,000 boats for water and pay, Josh Jones is now $2,000. He was $1,000 last year. Now it's $2,000 to go fishing with him, but you're almost guaranteed a double digit. Is it worth it? I don't know. Like, how much would it cost for me to tow my boat to OHIV, go out to a lake I've never been to and kind of guess around or watch other people and see what's going on? Or do you just drive down there yourself without your boat, save all that gas money, wear and tear on the trailer and boat, and pay the money to a guide and use his shit?
Jonathan said, Lake Fork and Sam Rayburn are on my bucket list.
I think we should do an event at Lake Fork. Who is in favor of this? I have an idea for the next event too. We could have more going on. I think we should have first a gathering, and two, another more gathering, but maybe do like a couple tournaments in one. We could do a crappie event for people that maybe want to do that. We could do a big bass type format where we go out and 4 times a day, so every 2 hours we could do a weigh-in, and whoever wins that time slot wins whatever. It can be money or whatever, but I'm also thinking too about an overall tournament, 5 bass event inside of all this. But I think what my mission is here is to bring the costs down, and there be diversity if you want it. If you want to pay to be in these other things, you can. But like, instead of the whole tournament being $150 or $200 per boat, it's like $50 per person, and that's it. And then like the big bass thing, if you want to be in on that, that would be like $25 per person. And then you pay these time slots. But maybe more affordability and more options, I guess, is kind of the goal. I've been giving it a lot of thought, that more options, and the key to all this is more boats. So about 99% of the tournaments that I fish in pay 1 in 7. So basically, if 7 boats show up, 2 places, 1 in 7, so 1 in 10 would still only pay 2 places. 1 to 14 boats would pay 3 places. You see how that works? So the more boats, the more pay, that kind of stuff. So, that's why the goal has always been, I don't care how many boats. I really don't. I care about how many awesome people show up. And, we always have awesome people, it seems like. Whether it was 16 boats or 10 boats, it was still awesome. If we can get into the 30s and 40s and 50s, which is totally doable, a lot of things change. And I would love to get to that point. That's a big.
So James said, Josh Jones better furnish unlimited import beer for that amount. And Stephen Smith says, dude, I'd be there regardless of the payout, just for the fun of it. Do realize that these things don't just materialize for free.
No, they don't. But at the same time, you know, I try to tinker with how it happens and maybe draw out more people. I want more people to come and have fun with us. And you know, I know a lot of people after the first one wanted it to be at a different lake. It kind of was. Everybody, if anybody's on here, I know there are people on here that were at the tournament. Did Cape Fair feel different than when we had it at Kimberling City? I felt like it was a whole different lake. I never left the James River. Not even close. I didn't get halfway down. So I felt like I was in a whole different body. It fished totally different than the main lake. I felt. Somebody's answering.
We got completely different, Steven said.
Yeah. So there's that. Oh.
Jonathan says, I may be interested if I'm not in the New Mexico Bash Nation team trail next year. That's if my buddies want to participate in it.
Yeah, heck yeah. I fish in a team trail solo. Not because I don't have a partner. I am trying to get used to fishing in tournaments by myself. I take it up a notch. It's a whole different game. I would rather fish a series that doesn't have a co-angler at first to get comfortable, you know, I mean, I've been out in big tournaments, so that's not it. I'm comfortable no matter where I'm at. I don't get nervous. That stuff doesn't happen. What I'm talking about more is, you know, policies and rules to things, and different tournament formats have different things. Some you can't use a net. Some you gotta, you know, the fish can't touch. I don't know about, I mean, the MLF Elite stuff, that's not what I'm talking about. But a lot of them, you know, you can't use a net, or you can use a net. So, you know, you got to get used to fishing without a net, which I have. I've gotten used to boat flipping fish, and it's almost a problem because I forget about that I have a net now. So, you know, whatever happens, but I wanted that to happen this year. And work-wise, we didn't know what was going to happen. Now we got a full staff. So I think next year I'm going to try and do like either the MLF Arky division, which is all in Arkansas. I've never fished in these lakes that they're at either. They're not far away though. Or you got, you know, the Ozark division is Table Rock, Lake of the Ozarks, I believe Stockton, Pomme de Terre. It depends on how they do it, but those lakes are in the Ozark one. There's one in Oklahoma. I don't know much about Oklahoma lakes. I just don't go over there, so I probably wouldn't do that one. But you know, there's cost associated with that, and these are like 4-day deals. There's practice days, and I forget, you know, they're $300-ish to enter a tournament, each one. So, you know, these are things I want to do. But if you fish in some of these level events, you can't fish in like the Big Bass Bash. It says in their literature that, you know, they consider that professional. If you know, and then if you've won so much money fishing, which I haven't, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't qualify for that. You've won $100,000 over your life of bass fishing. I'm about as close to that amount as I am at subscribers on YouTube. So, anyway, that's what's going on. We're up here in Springfield already. Look at this bus. It looks like the
Oh, the.
Oh, it's a
British flag?
taco truck. It's probably food from England in a taco truck. Or food truck.
Yeah.
Somebody just wrote a long message.
Let me get in there.
Phone's doing okay.
We have a new lake in Texas Northwest. A new lake in Texas northwest of Fork that will be open pretty soon. Boys d'Arc Lake in Bonham, an hour away from me.
They'll call back or leave a message. In this furniture store right here to the right, I sat in a $10,000 massage chair.
James River?
No, right back there, this khaki
Oh.
building. That's the James River Church.
talking about-
That is a mega church.
Missouri Furniture?
Yeah, a $10,000 massage chair, and I mean it was badass. But really,
Really?
10 grand. Not even if I won the Powerball would I think I would do that. Uh-oh, what does this say? It's happening fast.
Pronounced Bow Dark, like the tree. Yeah, I was way off then for sure. Thank you for
Bow
clarifying.
Bodark.
Bow Dark. Yeah, I called it like the boys.
I'm not
d'Arc or
familiar with the Bodark tree. But I have not spent a great deal of time outside of the Dallas airport or Houston. I got stuck in Houston once and had to stay in a hotel, and there was nothing around it. It sucked. And the rest of the time has been in the Dallas airport. Or driving across the West Texas from Arizona to here. That sucks too. Amarillo is for the birds. We got it. We're getting off. We're going to be on the 60 freeway here shortly, Graham.
The 60.
Look at this dental office. This
That
dental
looks like a
office
car
right here.
dealership,
Yeah,
man.
hell yeah, dude. They built this. This was always a dental office. Like it was.
That looks like a car dealership.
Dude, this is one of them places you see in a movie with the giant screens of people, like their faces turning with a happy smile. And it's just like a hologram. I mean, they're gonna have to fix a lot of friggin' teeth to pay for that.
A lot of fluoride.
Oh yeah. They're talking.
Oh. So we got, James says, same as Osage Orange Tree, hardwood that'll destroy a chainsaw blade. James knows his stuff.
Hell yeah. Is this James? Which James Barron.
Yeah.
We got a James Barron is on often, as well as a James Schaefer. That's why I was asking.
Okay.
Oh, he coming
Come on.
in.
Get on. Come on.
Just come on in. I just got cut off by a minivan, like bad. Good thing I wasn't towing a boat, or the surge brakes would have had to work. Ooh, it is gorgeous out. I mean, we have lucked out with the weather. Today it's a little humid. We got some of this cloudy business, but it's been in the 80s and just nice. What happened?
Oh, we got a
flurry.
So so Jonathan Gant says, way off topic, but send some of that green grass and green trees this way.
Yeah, are you sure you want to go home? Graham lives by where we lived in Arizona, and it's just sand and
A lot of dirt,
sand.
a lot of dust. What is that, a haboob?
Yeah, there could be a haboob this summer for sure in monsoon season. Phoenix sees haboobs,
So James,
and these are not boobs, you guys. Just for those of you thinking weird, it's a haboob. Look it up.
it's nuts.
It's a wall
It is
of
nuts.
dust followed by rain. So what happens after the dust is mud.
It's nuts.
Your car just looks like hell.
It's heavy winds, and it's what do they call that? A whiteout,
Well, that's snow.
or but
That's what the
basically,
haboob basically is like a.
whiteout with sand.
But just it's terrible. It like shot peens your paint right off your car.
So Yeah, Jonathan said massive dust storm, so he gets it. Steven says, I like these tournaments you host because I feel like it's fun regardless of skill level, boat, etc. Vacation feel with a relaxing good time.
Heck yeah, Steven. This is why we party. And actually, we didn't party a whole lot this time. I think we're all getting older. You know what? I think, honestly, fishing for 8 hours like that will take it all out of you. And it wasn't even hot at our tournament. It was nice. It was comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, you go out there and it's 90 degrees, it is a killer, man. When I come home, I'll like, if baby T's in the bedroom, I'll go in there and lay down. And like, the minute she scratches my back, I'm out. I'll sleep for 3 hours and then I won't sleep at night.
We did 10 or 11 hours on Saturday.
Yes, sir.
Sunday.
Sunday we did 2 lakes. We went to Taneycomo and caught some trout. And then we went over to Bull Shoals and finished up with an evening deal that was, I was trying like hell to get Graham a bass on a spook.
Ooh, it takes patience.
We had about an hour and a half. It wasn't ideal. Throwing a spook on a spinning rod, you can do it. I've done it. I caught one.
Yeah.
So the line got a little jacked up in the reel, so as I turned away from the bank and cast it out towards the middle of the lake and caught one.
He got one. He got lucky, man.
Clearing his line, basically. It's not that easy. But, you throwing a spook, okay, or any kind of walking bait requires patience, and you're gonna throw a lot more than other things. You're gonna throw. I probably throw 50% more casts when I'm throwing that than I do with anything else. And it's all about covering water. I mean, I'm cover and one of these days I'll do a video and just show you like what I'm thinking when I'm pulling in, because there is a science to this. If you pull up to an area and throw it back into the back of it, you've absolutely destroyed it.
Yeah.
Okay? You want to, when you're throwing topwater, you want to pick apart an area from the front where you enter to the back. And if it's wide enough, I'm going to pick one side apart going in and one side going out. Sometimes the way that the trees and the bushes set up, you want to think about how you're going to start. Sometimes when you go down a bank, you feel like to get a good cast, you got to go past it. So you want to think about that. If this bank on the right has accessible targets that you don't have to pass and cast back, I'm going to hit that bank first and use the bank that has accessible cast on the way out. And I'm hitting anything, the front side of a bush, I'm hitting the out in front of it, I'm hitting the backside as I pass it. You're basically hitting each target 3 times. Sometimes the fish, they're seeing this lure come in the air, and if you do this enough, you're gonna see it. As soon as that thing lands, the fish is seeing it with his mouth open, coming out of the water before your lure ever hits the ground. It's crazy. Or the water, I should say water, not ground. But anyway, you guys, we are pulling into the Hooters. What does Steven say?
Let's see. People underestimate just how difficult it is to get really good at the spook. You have clearly mastered it through dedication and practice. You got to develop that muscle memory. I mean, that's a good comment, Steven.
Yeah, it is very true. You develop you kind of need a little bit of everything to make it work right. Your cadence, your timing, everything to make that bait, and to be able to walk it several different ways. Sometimes the fish don't want it walked. Sometimes they want it slashed. It's almost like you're fishing for those giant trevallies out in the ocean. When they're on a feeding frenzy, like there's a shad spawn going on and it's going crazy. If you want the bait to be as crazy as the shad spawn. You want to get their attention. So we are going to go in here and eat some hot wings. I hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to upload that video I was talking about while we're eating, and you guys can see that. And I will I'm going to go home today, and boy howdy, it's my last day before I got to go back to work tomorrow. I might go see that night bite tonight on the lake. If I do, I'll let you know. I want you guys to have a great day. Congratulations, Steve Clark. Look forward to more giveaways, everybody, and I'll see you real soon. Okay? And Dirty Wizard had such a good time that
I'm coming back, man.
he's coming back.
I'm coming back.
And like I said, guys, we're at the Hooters. You see? It's all about the hot wings. But like I said, you guys have a great day. Have a great work week. And we'll see you next weekend. Take it easy.